Encouraging people to conserve water is not an easy task. Park&Co teamed up with Bluth Films to produce a commercial for Water Use It Wisely to educate people where water is being used most. Park&Co handled the concept, scripting and creative direction and partnered with Bluth Films to produce and direct the animation.
You know, my favorite film of all that we've made, which I think is 12, is the first one. That would be The Secret of NIM. Then we did a film with Steven Spielberg called An American Tale, which was highly successful and kind of stimulated the whole animation business. The Land Before Time, The Troll in Central Park, Thumbelina, which was a wonderful experience to work with Barry Manilow, a movie called Anastasia.
These animators aren't your run-of-the-mill creative individuals. They have a rich history dating back to some of the most recognisable Disney animation films. The key is bringing their inspiration to Water Use It Wisely.
The first film we worked on was a movie called The Secret of NIM.
The Secret of NIM was the era of our innocence. It was the era when we went places that wise men wouldn't go. And we tried things that all of the older generation of animators were saying, you can't do that. That made me all the more determined that we were going to do that. And in making The Secret of NIM, I guess what happened out of that is a great deal of self-confidence. We rediscovered some of the animation secrets that had kind of been forgotten.
Today's methods of animation have changed over the decades, but Bluth Films take pride in their vision and ability to use basic animation techniques and combine it with the new digital animation technologies.
The Bluth animation process, you know, we've come a long way since we started in this industry. It starts off with a script, obviously. You need a story to tell. From there, we're transferring frames of the film, which travel by the eye at 1,440 frames a minute, and we have to transfer every single frame from digital to film. So you want to make sure that you try to make the whole experience as flawless as possible.
Technology has been, I think, a great servant to us and has helped so much, even in traditional animation. So the computers have made the communication just really, really comfortable.
Things are changing and changing fast.
To this team, getting on board with Water Use It Wisely meant more than animating the commercial. With the critical issue of water conservation to communicate, they were personally challenged by their responsibilities to conserve.
You know, the Water Use It Wisely concept was really interesting to me because here in my own house, you know, it's a fairly large house and I've got a big yard out there and I've got lawns everywhere and I am one of the worst for using water from. It just floods the place and if a sprinkler breaks, you know, there's water everywhere. So I think what I've enjoyed most about doing this is it caused me personally to look in the mirror and say, I'm one of those people that's wasting water and, you know, I certainly don't want that on my hands. So it was a great lesson for me to do it. And then once I caught on, you know, and heard all the people saying, don't do that, it was more fun to actually do the visuals and to storyboard it and to work on filming it because now I believe in it.
And creating the right message through their drawings for the water partners who make conservation a day-to-day task was never far from their minds.
I think it's important for all of us, and these are serious messages, that we take a look at the world around us and we do everything we can to reinvest in its welfare, you know, and not just simply take.
I'd like to tell the water partners congratulations. I mean, this is a subject that needs to be talked about.
Gary and I were very, very proud to be a part of helping make a message that may, you know, change things. So, thanks guys.